There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been breaking oaths and shamed off your own podcast. If you up, smash that motherfucking like button. Welcome to Black Times Infinity. I am your interim host, the oldest ninja in the world, and on my left, your boy Blue.
Whoopie Tao. I had nothing to think of per se.
All right. And then on my far left, engineering on the ones and twos, Cronus.
Redemption for Naofumi, the motherfucking shield hero. I'm just saying. You gotta go watch episode 21 of The Rising of the Shield Hero. It's gonna go down in the annals of fucking anime history as one of the best episodes of all goddamn time. I'm just saying.
Wait, anal?
Goddamn.
Anals?
Annals.
Annals? Oh,
Annals.
Okay.
Annals? That's a word, right?
Damn. All right.
What episode you said that was?
21. Episode 21 of Rising of the Shield. It came out today.
All right. So we doing Listener of the Week? Or we want to do first in the chat? Who we got up?
Adjust the cameras.
Listener of the week will be Derek, our boy down from the south.
Ooh.
Met him during Stitch's wedding. So thank you very much for listening.
You know, he had a pretty good Beav and BTI question. Or he asked me a personal question, and then I figured that would be a really good Beav and BTI question.
Wait, personal though.
Well, he hit me up in my DMs and was like, "Hey, Blue, what do you feel about this?"
Okay.
I was like, "Oh shit, that's actually kind of fucking dope."
Who was first in the chat?
There's nobody first in the chat yet.
Damn.
This is very rare.
This is rare.
Yeah, that's weird.
Y'all know we casting, right? We live and direct.
I'm not even in the chat room yet.
That's weird.
I'm in the chat.
Somebody's in there.
That's me.
Oh, well, fuck.
No one gives a fuck.
Well, we mainly get our listens through other means anyway. It's usually mostly through audio, but yeah.
I blame the Oathbreaker. Pissing people off at Fanime.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, we should start off with that. This past Memorial Day weekend was Fanime in San Jose.
Do I have any RPs? No?
Oh, shit, my bad. Yes, we do have an RIP. So we're going to pour out some more slits for Ashley Massaro, a WWE wrestler.
Last week.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
never mind.
Yeah, female, right?
Yes.
All right. Did we?
Yeah.
I was late, so I remember. So
Yeah,
then
we
we'll give a shout out to our boy Kit Harrington though. He checked himself in the rehab to get him some wellness. Once he found out that his video game addiction is now a mental health issue, I think he was like, "Oh, I need to sit in and get away from those waifus. No lolly games."
This is y'all's Jon Snow. I'm just saying, I hope he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah.
He had a problem with alcohol and just personal issues.
Just personal stuff.
Yeah. Get the help, you know?
I mean, it's good that he sought help, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because, I mean, obviously when you see him on TV, he seems okay and cool and whatnot, but I mean, I think it's a hard thing to lose, like, your job after, 8-9 years? Because there's a year where he wasn't working.
Well, he still works. I mean,
he still works. So. Yeah, but I mean, dude, all that's went away. Just like the Cthulhu Prodigy mantle, that was stripped away.
Yeah, I think he just got tired of his wife telling him he knows nothing.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, mental health is it's a real thing, and I think that most people assume that generally people are okay because they look okay, but I mean, it's like you go like the levels of like mental health issues, like it's only physically visible when somebody's way fucking far gone.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like those are probably like homeless people with like some serious issues.
Yeah.
But you could be a normal person, like me, I'm a normal person that deals with mental health issues. You know, I've been through therapy, I've been through all kinds of shit, and you don't see it, but it's there. So
I think a very notable one, which his death had an anniversary a few days ago, was Robin Williams. Everyone thought that he was all happy-go-lucky, had projects coming up, and he passed away. I mean,
there's a lot of comedians who you would think are, happy-go-lucky people, but, they're hurting inside. I mean, Robin was definitely that one person.
I mean, if you look at their material, if they're making light of some dark things, I mean, you might want to question, like, oh, what's going on in their personal life to be joking about stuff that might be quasi-serious or very serious.
What's really going on in their life?
What's going on with y'all? I mean, just check on your fam. It doesn't hurt to, like, check on people that you, especially the ones that seem like they're the most, like, happiest and the most, like, in tune with their feelings, and then it doesn't hurt to be like, hey, how you doing, instead of assuming that everything's all good.
Well, even that at that point, like even ask somebody how they're doing. A lot of people like try to hide their conditions and stuff like that. So you gotta kind of be proactive and keep checking on them. If you feel like there's something wrong, like keep checking on them. Don't just let it slide.
So I'm just gonna say my mental health stuff is gaming related. So apparently it's now a mental disorder. So if you want to help me out, jump on Xbox Live or PSN and then just chat me up.
Have an intervention.
Have an intervention online. You know where to find me. There you go. I'll shout out my PSN and Xbox Live ID later. All right, back to Fanime. Fanime Memorial Day weekend in San Jose, we mostly attended. I think most of us attended except for Stitch.
Yeah. We only have 4 passes, unfortunately.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
So, whatever. We made it work. We had a panel Friday night, big night.
Yeah, that shit was packed. I was surprised.
It was I think it was like over like 10 million people there, man. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Even Trump didn't have that many people at his rally.
Damn.
Well, I mean, we've done panels in the past, to various degrees of success, and this was by far the most successful panel that we've had.
Yes.
It was weird because we got there early, probably like 30 minutes early, and we're sitting there, and people were started lining up, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn!"
And the line was pretty long too. Like it actually like curved.
Corner. Yeah. And we had a lot of fun in that panel. We talked about some good things. I had some takeaways personally, what I could have done better, but the audience was excellent. They asked really, really good questions.
Yeah, like so our panel was about villain appreciation.
Anime
villain appreciation. And like the questions people were asked was like, shit, man, that's a good ass question. Like I didn't even think about that question, but yeah, it was a really fun turnout.
Yeah, I was really surprised when how much in depth they wanted us to go into with like asking us what makes a good villain in our opinions and stuff like that. And y'all were great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one takeaway is, for if you have a PowerPoint presentation, make sure that shit's not animated.
Well, make sure it doesn't auto.
Yeah. Don't have it on a timer where it just goes on its own because
you need to be able the space bar. You gotta have the space bar ready.
The space bar or like clicking the mouse or something like that. Not that mouse, ladies.
Well, definitely click that.
Yeah,
mouse.
definitely click mouse.
Double click that mouse.
But it was funny just because I was controlling the PowerPoint presentation and there was a part where you had a Q&A or we had a quiz or whatever where we're getting our prizes, and it just all of a sudden it just showed all the answers. So you definitely got to remember not to do that again. But it was still pretty fun. Like people still had a good time, and we had some pretty cool prizes that we gave out.
Yeah, Blue had a very exuberant panel guest.
Oh yeah,
that was keeping him in check.
Yeah, there was people in the group or in the room putting Blue and correcting me and shit because I kept calling Almighty.
Yeah.
Which is I don't know, it just sounds more natural calling him Almighty, but All Might, yeah, I guess that's still pretty cool too.
You know what we should do? This is for you and Stitch. You guys should do a panel on some anime convention and do like anime explained badly. Should be the panel.
Dude,
that'd be like fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna write that down.
Damn. That's all crazy.
Or guess what these two black guys are talking about.
But I mean, Blue actually did a better job than me about actually explaining his villain. So I actually had like paragraphs of shit I was going to talk about, but for some reason I thought I was like running out. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes with time, and so I made mine kind of short. But Blue, he had a really long list of shit that he wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I felt like it was too long though.
No, it was great. I mean, people were definitely attentive to what you were saying. Same thing with the Breaker of Oaths. He had a really long list of stuff he wanted to talk about with Griffith and Yoshihiro. I forgot to say his name.
Somebody from JoJo.
Yoshikage Kira or something like that.
Someone.
I don't watch.
Oh, it was Kira. Yeah, there was a Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I haven't watched Golden Wind yet, so I don't know the guy's name. So,
sure.
But yeah, it was good. We had a lot of good. What do you call it? Honorable mentions?
Oh yes, we did.
Oh, we did.
A lot of good ones.
We got to uncover Warrior Fella's identity.
I was pretty sure it was him.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of suspected, but it was good to see him. Good to meet you. He's in the chat now.
I'm pretty sure he's been to the vast majority of our panels.
Yeah.
Is he the one guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice.
So it was good. Good to meet you.
He might have been. No, he could have been to all of them because two of them were behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of our celebrity stuff, it's usually just us.
Well, that's not
But-
panels though. I'm talking about panels.
Oh, you're talking about panel.
Yeah, we had two panels with Pandora, and those were both behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah, that one was there. Yeah?
That's how I met Henry.
Oh, was that the Pandora one?
Yeah. Well,
No, we
sorry.
met him at SVVR.
Yeah,
Or no,
no,
SVCC.
SVCC.
Yeah, because I think Breaker of Oaths was doing a panel with another group of people, and Henry was part of that panel.
Yeah, and that's why we started doing diversity panels, because that fucking panel was bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was there, but I was in the building and couldn't make it to the podcast because no one could tell me where the room was. So by the time I did make it, it was over.
That was the other thing for
Someone mad.
Fanime this weekend. Like, I felt like none of the volunteers there knew what shit was going on and where was what and this is who.
I mean, that's true, yes. However, I want to focus on like the positive shit about the panel room.
Oh yeah.
The panel room setup was fucking dope. Like this is definitely the best panel setup that we ever had. They had audio visual on site. They had a laptop there you could use to upload your own shit. They had a screen, you know.
Yeah, projector.
Yeah, projector. They
Already
had,
set, everything's set up.
yeah, everything's already set up.
Yep.
They had speakers in the room. They had microphones. Even had microphones for the guests. Usually when we do panels and stuff like that, I have to bring my own equipment in and like do shit like that. But in this
Yeah.
one, it was I'd bring my laptop and shit. But
Yeah.
That was it.
I'd have to set up the whole fucking soundboard and stuff. You know?
Yeah. I also thought it was pretty cool how, like, you know, they didn't let anybody else into the room until, like, we were, like, ready for people to come in, which was kind of cool. So
Yeah.
that way we can kind of get everything set up. But, you know, we started letting people in anyway, so because we were a little bit behind on time.
We were, yeah. But it was good, though. I mean, I came out of that panel feeling, like, really good.
Yeah, like, it was a natural high.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, wow, that went really good. And, like, afterwards, people came up, was talking to us, asking questions. Like, there's one guy dressed up as Rurouni Kenshin from Samurai X, or from Kenshin, and yeah, he was asking me about, like, you know, like my favorite villains and like what animes I'm into and this and that. And I guess he actually came up and asked a question to all of us, asking us like what's our favorite types of anime or whatever. And I had mentioned, or what's our favorite anime, and I mentioned how I like Rurouni Kenshin. So he came over to me knowing I was a fan of his character. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun.
Surprised you didn't say your favorite anime was
Ronin Warriors.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. I was later on. I was like, "Fuck! Why did I say it?" 'Cause for me, like my genre of anime that I like is always with like swords and mechs. So I like the Gundam series. I love like Inuyasha, like Kona said, Ronin Warriors. Cowboy Bebop, but not Cowboy Bebop, but Samurai Champloo.
Yeah,
because both those guys have swords. Yeah, so I love the movies when the anime that are based on with sword fighters and stuff.
You can tell me and Blue have been friends for a real long fucking time.
Yeah,
So the cosplay that y'all saw, because mostly Blue took a lot of cosplay pictures. What did you see the most of, and what did you think was the best from the Fanime that you saw?
Oh man, there were so many great cosplays there. Like there was one guy I took a picture of. He was Black Broly from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and he was like damn near spot on. Like his hair was up, he had like green eyes, he had like a kind of an orb that he would hold in his hand to make it look like he's like about to throw a projectile or whatever. I would say he was probably the dopest one I saw, to be honest. And plus, I know he's in the Fanime unofficial group on Facebook, because he has two different body armors. So he has one that's damaged and one that's like fully intact. So if you want to check out that picture, check out our Instagram at bvanbti. And check out some of the photos.
Yeah, there's some really good photos by your boy Blue that are on there. They're amazing, and people are thanking him for the photos and shit like that. So
slide in my DMs.
They're
and
amazing
stuff.
photos.
Protus, what did you think of probably the best that you saw?
Yeah, so I didn't actually get to see that much. So I was only there for one day because I had other stuff going on Saturday, and I work on Sundays, and I had to work on Memorial Day. So I didn't get to see that much, but I'll tell you the ones that I appreciated the most. I saw two different cosplayers cosplaying, I think it was Scorpia from
She-Ra?
From She-Ra, and I thought that was really cool. I was like, wow, people are doing She-Ra cosplay. That's pretty fucking dope.
Well, and then there was also, sorry not to cut you off, but like there's also people already cosplaying as from Goblin Slayer.
No. You're talking about Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Sorry.
Yeah, that was amazing to see too, because that anime just dropped, and that was one of the other questions that we had in the panel, was what is your favorite new anime? And for me, it was Demon Slayer.
Yes.
That shit was amazing. In the latest episode, they have this really cool thing, this animation style. This fucking anime must cost a goddamn fortune to make, because when the main character, I forget his name right now. There's only a few episodes out, but he has this thing called the water slash, and when he starts doing it, it's like straight up artwork on the fucking screen.
It reminds me of it's like that old school Japanese art style where like they have like the waves and the rocks and like the bonsai trees and stuff like that. But it also makes me think of that one game that was on I want to say it was on a Super Nintendo.
Okami. Oh, no.
Yeah, the one with the dog.
That was on actually it was on the PS2 and the Wii.
Yeah.
I think was it Okami? Pretty sure it was Okami with the little wolf, right?
Yeah, the little white wolf.
Yeah. It was straight up like that. That shit was it's a great anime.
Yeah,
and there's like a new thing where like one of the demons like uses like some blood fucking curse or some shit, and like the animations that come on the screen is just like the water slash, and it looks fucking amazing. It's like so colorful and like well done. That one's gonna get some awards for sure.
Yes.
This year.
I'm checking out a little bit of history about Fanime. It actually the first Fanime was in 1994, which is crazy.
Wow. Yeah, it's been around for a minute.
And it was at Cal State Hayward.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it only had attendance of 200 people.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then like
that's like us.
Yeah. Right. In '96, that's when they moved to Foothill College. And then after that, in '99, they went to the Winton Hotel in San Jose. And then in 2000, they went to Santa Clara Convention Center. And then in 2005 is when they started going to San Jose Convention Center.
It's been there pretty much ever since.
Yeah, last year the head count was 34,000 people showed up.
Sounds about right.
God damn, I'm pretty sure this year will be a lot more.
Yeah, and I think I said it last year, but Fanime is one of my, if not the favorite convention for me, because they have stuff that happens throughout the entire night, like their gaming stuff and their hentai stuff goes throughout all hours of the night. Oh, and that's fucking great.
Speaking of which, we didn't talk about the hentai panel we went to.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so it was myself, Cronus, the Oathbreaker, Mishka Black, and Blue.
Oh, yeah.
You were there? Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah.
We all went to the hentai panel. And I guess this is one that you guys have been to before?
Yeah, we went to one last year, and it was really cool because they had the top 10 hentai's you should be watching now, and they had some really great recommendations. Like I think I even talked about one of them on the podcast. There's this one that's like, imagine Disneyland, but where you can have orgies. And that's basically that entire anime series.
Because I think that one shook you the most, because you kept talking about it.
Because there's this one chick, she's like working there, but she can never have an orgasm. Then she meets some guy, and they fuck once, and she just comes all look like it's a great anime. Go look it up. I can't think of what it's called. I think you can actually type in Disneyland theme park hentai anime, and it should pop up.
I'm gonna do that right now. The hentai panel we went to though was a hentai review panel.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit of a history lesson too.
Yeah, so it went to the guys that did it. They did a review of Bible Black. I guess Bible Black 2. So Bible Black 2 New Testament.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did a full-on review, like with video and like commentary. This guy, one of the guys from the panel, he made like he actually, incidentally, he was wearing a mask and whatnot. He kind of sounded like Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty a little bit. But they did this whole review, and it was like just crazy. I mean, I guess there was audience participation because the girl behind us was shouting every 30 seconds.
Oh no, that's
actually one of the reasons why I left, because I couldn't. It was fucking annoying as shit. And then I turned around and she was like a heiferilla, and I was just like, and because she was talking about like some really lewd shit. I'm like,
she was.
You ain't getting no fucking play. Get the fuck out of here.
Like the stuff she was like, I can understand like saying things on the screen every now and then, but she was every fucking scene, like every 5 words that were spoken. Oh, that's not how I used to get fucked in the pussy. Oh, that's not how my mom showed me. Oh, mine doesn't. I was like,
yeah, it was like she had fucking Tourette's or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she was so fucking annoying. Like everybody kept turning around, giving like a dirty look, and she still kept on. Even the host of the fucking panel was like bitch, can you shut the fuck up or something like that? Like they kept telling her to shut up, and like she did not get the fucking clue. And you can't say it was Tourette's because I think with Tourette's you scream out random shit. Like she was saying stuff that was on the screen.
She needed to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
like,
she was so.
People came to the panel for the panelists and the hentai, not for her stupid ass.
Yeah, and like some people like laugh. I'm like, please don't cheer, don't encourage her, don't.
I mean,
just stop.
one every 50 blurts was funny, but it was just crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was an interesting review panel because there was like they had like a little. You stayed for the little action adventure thing where Dr. Censor came out and Mario came out and had like a little fight because he's all like, I shut down Hentai Haven and everyone's booing him.
Yeah.
That shit was kind of out of control.
They did that last year too.
They did that last year?
Yeah.
That was crazy. They did a like an orgasm contest.
Yeah, they did that last year too.
So it was basically you had to do an impression of an anime character or pop culture character, mainly in a like animated way. You had to impersonate their orgasm or whatnot, and then like some people did themselves, which is weird, but whatever. But there was like 15 people that came up there,
and I think like 4 of them were girls. Which is like, wow.
Like the girl who imitated Pikachu having an orgasm, that one was pretty funny. Like people were like, I don't want you to destroy my childhood. I'm like, go, I want to hear this. This is gonna be great.
Yeah. And it's interesting because the prizes they gave was that for the man they gave a hentai fleshlight, or I guess a masturbator.
It was a fleshlight. It was like fleshlight.
And then for the girls they had like this kitty cat paw vibrator.
Yeah, it was a kitty. Yeah, it was a. I mean, it looked like a claw of a cat, but it was a vibrator. But what you do with it, that's on you.
Well, it's funny because like they show like a video of it, and it's just them like it's a video of the thing being turned on and just sitting on the table like vibrating all over the place.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
Yeah, but like also like later on, I think Mario came out and he was throwing. Oh, so yeah, Mario came out and he was throwing condoms like for everybody. Like Mario had like coins stuff like that. Instead of coins, he was throwing out condoms.
And then I guess the audience gets quote unquote cummed on.
Yeah.
Where they throw toilet paper over the crowd. Like, oh, we're gonna come all over you guys, and they just like are throwing like toilet paper. Like basically, you just get toilet papered especially if you're sitting up front. It was pretty interesting and fun panel. The room was huge.
Yeah,
there was a shit ton of people in there.
Same way last year.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that they on top of the panel they do hentai viewings. It's like an 8-hour block of hentai films all the way till like it starts at. This year they started early. They went
like at 8 o'clock.
They started at 10. It went from 10 to 8 in the morning. Last year it went from midnight to 8 in the morning. They went hard on their anime. They gave an extra room this year. Last year was only like 2. This year was like maybe 3, maybe even 4. There's a few.
Yeah, I wish the Breaker of Oath was here because I know on Saturday he went to another hentai panel that was hosted by not both guys, but just the one. I think it was just the one guy. But yeah, I think they go into depth on like hentai and stuff like that. But
wasn't it like bad hentai?
Yeah, bad hentai. That's what it was. And what's so crazy about it is that that room was fucking packed. Like Breaker of Oath got inside, and I was like, oh, let me go check it out, meet up with him. I like walked up to the door. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, the room is full, and like you have to get in line to like get let in." There was a line outside to get in. Like there was a line to get into the club when you can't even get into the club. And like I tried to flex my little press pass. The guy was like, "Nope."
That's terrible.
Yeah.
He's like, "I see your press pass, but your skin is still brown."
Yeah.
Damn.
You were no hentai master.
Getting back to the cosplay stuff. I was actually surprised that I felt like a good half of the cosplayers were non-anime related, because there was a lot, like literally
that's
half.
Normal.
I felt there was way more this year than last year. Like last year, there was a shit ton of anime that I didn't even know about. I was like, oh, I don't know this one. Maybe I'd recognize some, but this year there was like a shit ton of like most of them were animated shows, but like. Half of it was anime, the other half was just a whole mixed bag of shit.
Of like comic characters, like American comics.
It was comics, it was video games, it was sometimes TV shows, a lot of Marvel. There's always Marvel, and there's always Disney princesses. No matter what con you go to, there's always going to be a Disney princess. There's always going to be Spider-Man, because there was a Spider-Man like coven of them this year.
I made it over there. There was a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I saw Commander Shepard. There was a femme ship that was there. She had like reflective, like pearlescent like colored armor. I was like, holy shit, that must have took fucking months to put together.
Yeah.
I also saw another She-Ra cosplay. It wasn't the crab chick. It was the Catra. It was Catra.
Yeah.
So there was a Catra from when they went to prom. Mm-hmm. She was cosplaying as that, in the full suit. I was like, holy shit! I recognized her from the bat. She had like it all the way down. There was Division cosplay. There was a lot of Division cosplay, and I was like surprised by that at all. I'm like, what the hell? The Division at Silicon Valley Comic Con, I expected it. WonderCon, I expected it, but not at Fanime. I was like, wow, this is totally different than what I anticipated. There was just a bunch of crazy stuff that I didn't anticipate there.
The one thing that always happens at these cons is there's always somebody that's you need to put some fucking deodorant on people. Like, goddamn. Like, I was over in Artist Alley or whatever, and like I was just walking by like this one group of people, and I was like, oh god, my nose hair was just fucking burning. Man. It was fucking bad. But then also, kind of on that subject, like we talk about this all the time when it comes to cosplay, and was it cosplay is not consent or something?
Cosplay is not consent.
Yeah, so
don't be using your hands.
Apparently, there was some asshole out there. I don't know his name, but you know his face is out there, and this guy has been known for groping cosplayers.
Why didn't they ban this dude?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I guess he'll like pose with some cosplayers and like grope them while they're taking the picture and stuff like that. And you know, people have captured his face and it's been posted like in different anime groups. So hopefully this dude gets banned and we don't see him ever again. The dude looks like a creeper. So
yeah, some real piece of shit.
Yeah. So if you're in the Fanime unofficial group, you can find a picture of him in there, and I think it's posted somewhere else too. Yeah, on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real fucked up. I mean, this is like, it's just a place for nerds and shit to have fun. It's not a place to get. I mean, no place is a place to get sexually assaulted, but I mean, you should feel safe because I mean, a lot of women they're gonna wear some skimpy ass outfits, and for some dude to take advantage of, oh, let me get a selfie, pulls up the selfie, and he grabs their ass while taking a selfie. It's like, what the fuck, man?
That's some mama cool shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Yeah,
ass whooping shit.
It always it takes a few bad apples to ruin a good time, and if there's enough of these dudes, they can literally shut this down.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be sad, but it can happen. And I mean, what's weird to me is that if this guy's reported, they know his name, why don't they just ban him? Unless he like applied under a false name or whatnot, because you don't have to give like ID online, but when you show up to get your badge, you need your ID.
Yeah.
So
it's a hard one, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's hard to get. I don't know. Who knows? But fuck that dude.
Should walk around with a sign at all the cons saying, beware of this guy.
Oh, I know, right? Actually, there should be a group that does that, you know? Mm-hmm. They'd be like, hey, beware of this dude. And just wear like the sign like from Die Hard with the Vengeance.
Yeah,
just carry it over. Just walk around and be watch out for this dude.
Just wear a sign that says fuck this guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you see this guy, punch him in the face.
Did you guys get anything from the con? Did you purchase anything?
No, I was too busy taking pictures. Like the hentai panel is the only our panel and the hentai panel the only panels I actually had a chance to check out. Really? Did you buy anything?
I did. I bought a few things. So there was the old, the Wild Bill soda booth in the back. They were giving away like the big giant like mule cups, but they were serving like soda in it. I bought one of those. Those were quite pricey actually to get the commemorative cup. I mean, if you bought it, you get your free refill, and then subsequent refills are $5. And then I bought this shirt. If you're watching us live, I'm wearing a Division shirt. It has the Division logo with the shade tech like symbol on it.
At first I thought that was a Pokemon Go shirt. What Legion are you claiming, man? What Legion you claiming?
Fuck your feelings. Dark Zone, baby.
And then one quick thing, after we were done with the panel and everything, we went to go grab some food, and we went to this place called Mini Boss, right?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah, which is this cool bar / restaurant / arcade place, which was kind of fucking dope. It was packed though. It was fucking packed as hell in there. But it was still pretty dope.
Super packed.
Delicious food.
Yeah, it's cool because like one of the arcade, I guess they can pick whatever arcade, and they have like a giant like projector screen in the back, so people can watch like people playing on a particular arcade machine. They had like some of the popular ones like X-Men vs Street Fighter. Like I think there was a Contra one. There's the 4-player Pac-Man, always a nice little party game. There's a few other ones. It was pretty cool, and it's cool that there's a restaurant attached on the opposite side. That place was packed too.
Yeah.
But I managed to get food there. It was an interesting menu because it's like a fusion, I think.
It's like an Indian fusion.
It was like Indian and Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of downtown San Jose. I always forget how like they have a nightlife.
Yeah.
You know, there's like we're walking down the street and there's like all these clubs open and shit and all this stuff to do, and it's like I think that's gonna be. It's gonna become like a new San Francisco. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because like. Nightlife in San Francisco is like kind of sketchy. You got to look out for human shit on the streets, you know. But downtown San Jose is like it's still pretty clean.
Yeah, and it's constantly changing too. Like for example, like Mini Boss used to be Tunes Club.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you can walk everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
you can walk everywhere. Yeah.
Like there's like so much shit in walking distance of the convention center. So.
Oh, and there's an Ike's right in the middle of downtown. So sick. I don't know if y'all saw, but there's a Spearmint Rhino that opened up downtown. If you don't know what Spearmint Rhino is, you need to either live in Vegas or visit Vegas to check that out. But it's a very popular strip club.
But it's in California, so it sucks.
Well, how do we know? I mean,
did you go?
Not yet.
I can tell you it sucks.
But I mean,
wait, is this the one that's off Santa Clara Boulevard? Like,
yes, it's off of Santa Clara.
Oh man, I've been there.
No.
I've been to the old one.
No, it is.
It's not the Gentleman's Club.
It is a Gentleman's Club, but it's new. It's in their very new high rise that they just built.
Oh, okay, maybe I haven't.
So it's off of Santa Clara Street, but they just opened that like condo, like high rise condo. It's at the bottom of that, or it might be on one of the floors. But I think an episode of A Gentleman's Agreement may have to review the place. But
have fun with that shit.
Yeah. Keep a lookout for it on our channel. You'll see. I mean, we'll let you know if we manage to get.
I've been to international strip clubs.
No,
the ones in California do not stand up.
Well,
the ones in Vegas are pretty good.
I have been to this one. It's in the old San Jose Bank building. This says Spearmint Rhino, unless they move locations.
Yeah,
no, it used to be called Gold something. It was
it used to be called the Gold Club.
Yeah. I went when it was the Gold Club, and then like I walked in there, got a few drinks.
That place
there's nobody thirsty at all.
No.
Like, no chicks came up to me or anything, and we just left.
So the Spearmint Rhino is famous for having like at least the one in Vegas, because I went, and there is literally at any given time 100 women running throughout the club, literally 100. And the place is huge. There's like several different dance floors or dance areas, as well as VIP areas, as well as when we went, part of it had like flooded because it was raining. So it was just like craziness. Just like a ton of like half naked women or fully naked women running through this club. So we'll see how San Jose fares up.
This is the problem with strip clubs in California, is that if they're fully nude, you can't drink.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge problem. It's like, listen, there's like an unspoken rule with strip clubs. It's like you kind of got to be a little fucked up to like not see certain stuff, like flaws on the women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, you just let it go. I'm a little fucked up. I don't care if she's got a fucking C-section scar. It's all good.
I mean, not really.
Got cocaine falling out of her.
Oh, man.
I was kind of fucked up when I still noticed that one, though.
Yeah, I was fucking crazy.
What the fuck is that? Oh, you want some?
No, damn.
Whoa,
Want to do a line
no.
off my titties?
Jesus Christ.
Damn. So Fanime was fun. We had a great time. We hope to be back and do another panel. We got more cons coming up, guys. We got big one in July. It's coming up, and then we'll have one in Santa Clara towards the end of summer.
Yeah,
Country Row?
And we're obviously we're working on panels as well. So we're obviously, me and Old Ninja will be at San Diego Comic-Con. It's my first time going for real. I mean, I went there for like a concert before, but not the actual con. And then we also have CRX coming up, which is the Crunchyroll Expo. We're trying to get a panel on there. Also trying to go down to the HentaiCon that's down in SoCal as well, in Burbank. I don't think we're doing a panel on that one, but if we do a panel, I'll fucking go.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And then Silicon Valley Comic Con, we don't have a panel there, no.
We could still probably get one. We missed AWE, which is today. Starts today.
And we missed WonderCon 2019.
Yeah, we did. So, but we're ramping it back up, y'all. And we're trying to get me and Blue we're going to try to get back into AR and VR stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why this podcast is cool, because we're trying to bring certain things to a demographic that is not generally marketed towards. And so I think that virtual reality and augmented reality is something that a lot of minorities, people of color, whatever you want to say, don't generally know about, and for us to bring it to you, I think it's pretty cool. So we need to get back on that circuit. It's just this week was not a good week for me to go to it.
Well, the other problem with AWE too is that it's during the week.
Yeah, which
is hard.
For me, it's okay because it usually starts on Wednesday and it's Thursday and Friday, and I'm always off on Thursday and Friday, so that's not a big deal for me. But now I got a kid.
Yeah.
I got like a young kid, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to do those kind of things. But next year, I plan on doing both AWE and SVVR. SVVR was actually missing this year.
I want to say it's later on this year now.
No, it was last year. It was missing last year, but they did the VR mixer, which they always do it on a Wednesday. Which if it's on a Wednesday this year, we're gonna move the podcast back by a day, because we need to get to these things. We need to keep our audience informed, and there's some really cool shit that is on the horizon for both AR and VR that I really want to see. Like both HTC and Oculus have released new headsets.
Yeah, ones that don't need computers.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
And I really want to see them demo them and give you guys the rundown and see if it's worth it for you or not. But I just couldn't do it this year or last year and this week. But the rest of this year, if there's another AWE or VR convention that's near me, I'll take time off and I'll go. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at their site right now. It looks like they don't have anything like going on as far as like a convention center or something.
Right, they do meetups every month, but the meetups every month are always on a Wednesday, and I'm like, okay, so for a meetup every month, obviously we can't do that.
No.
But if they're having a convention, we could do it, or like the meet and greet thing, you know what I mean? Like I could take like a podcast off to do that. Like that'd be cool.
Or even like go to their office again and probably do a podcast from there.
Yeah, and they have a new office, which I haven't been to yet.
Yeah.
So I know Carl said he was still down to have a podcast, but that was like a year ago. But it should still be okay. I mean, I'd love to show you everybody like basically what's going to be the future for most people.
Yeah.
So can we talk about something that affects millions of people, or possibly maybe 1 billion people?
Gonorrhea?
That don't affect a billion people, does it?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think malaria does. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So the World Health Organization has classified video game addiction as a mental health disorder. What y'all think about this?
It's kind of dumb. I mean, it's like one of those things to where I don't think it needed a separate classification, for mental health. It's just like, listen, if you're neglecting parts of your life to do a certain thing, I think that's a mental health issue. Like but I don't think it needed a special classification. I think it's going to give people a reason or like an excuse, but it's not an excuse. Like you shouldn't be I guess giving up part of your life just for video games. I mean, video games are cool. I fucking love gaming. But once it starts like cutting into your relationships or your work, then it's a problem.
Yeah, and that's like with a lot of addiction. That's all it is. Yeah, it all falls into
It's basically too much of...
You can't function without doing this thing.
What's that saying go? Too much of a good thing? Yada yada. Something.
Yeah.
I mean, the classification goes as follows: a recurrent video game playing that leads to impaired control over gaming, and an increased priority giving to gaming to the extent that gaming takes precedence over the life interests and daily activities.
But see, that's also kind of ridiculous, because for some people, if you're good enough, that's work. So what are you gonna say? You have work addiction? Like if you get so good at a game, you're obviously addicted to it, but you can make money off of it. Is that really a bad thing?
And what does this make Twitch? Is Twitch like your new provider or whatnot, or is Twitch?
Like porn.
Yeah.
I guess that would fall into more like watching. Like, I mean, I guess if you're watching it all the time, that falls more into like TV type of addiction.
But if you're gaming because of Twitch, because you're getting paid to Twitch out your gameplay, then that could mess
up.
Workaholic. I guess maybe. But I guess the good thing is that now that you can claim that you have a gaming disorder and your insurance will pay for rehab, or we'll pay for you to see a doctor about it instead of you coming out of pocket.
Yeah, that's just dumb, though. I don't think that should be something that... It seems like such a fucking stupid-ass thing to classify as, like, a real mental health issue, but I don't know. I guess if you're... I think if you got to a point to where it's a mental health issue for you, you have other issues. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely have other issues. It's not just gaming. It's like you happen to have... There are certain people that have addictive personalities no matter what. You know? So, and it's going to be... Whether it's cheeseburgers, fucking Pokemon...
Porn.
Or, porn. It doesn't fucking matter. And I think it's a mental health issue, but...
I think everybody has an addiction to something. Like, there's some stuff that, I mean, oxygen is one addiction, but we need that.
Goodness.
No, but I feel like everybody has an addiction to something. Like, it's almost like a human trait to have addiction to something. It's just some people take it a little bit extreme.
Well, I think people have likes and wants. So addiction's like a certain. I don't think everybody's addicted to something, right? I think that's kind of going too far because an addiction, it affects other parts of your life, right? That's where you know it's an addiction is when it starts affecting other parts of your life.
Well, also if the activity takes priority over everything else, like taking care of yourself, or if you are the caregiver to someone else and you're gaming or whatever it is, you're gaming, you're skateboarding, you're drinking, whatever, if that takes priority over taking care of someone in your family, then that's a problem.
So I wonder now if they're going to have poker addiction.
Oh, I think that
blackjack addiction.
Poker addiction. It's gambling addiction.
Yeah, it's just.
But I mean, they actually have commercials about gambling addiction.
I've seen that, yeah.
So they talk about going to a place and.
Well, you go to St. Helena, right? Is that the
something like that? At least for us locally, yeah, I think that's there. But
so now I'm gonna Negro Dominus this for you right now.
Oh shit!
They're gonna open up centers for gaming addiction.
Oh, already done.
And that's where parents are gonna send their kids.
Oh yeah.
Get rid of them and not actually deal with the problem. Just take the fucking gaming, take the console away.
Yeah. Oh, so all those kids playing Fortnite going to end up in rehab.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's just another way for somebody to make money.
Man.
But then I guess the mobile phone's gonna fall into there too, and people addicted to their phones.
Yeah. I guess on another note, I guess they removed transsexuality as a mental health disorder.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, no,
apparently it's been on there since the 80s.
No. So body dysmorphia is still on there. I don't think they got removed because that's actually what most transgenderism is classified as in the DSM 3 or 4.
Yeah, but
so
gender dysmorphia is an actual physical thing, is it not?
That's what. If you actually read body dysmorphia, it falls within the realm of most trans people.
That's interesting, but I guess they took that off as from the World Health Organization. I guess they meet in Geneva, but they took that off of their.
Well, I didn't think that transgenderism was like a coined phrase with any medical, like any mental health thing, because it's not like a mental health issue, but body dysmorphia is. So, yeah. Anyway.
I think No, never mind.
You almost pulled a breaker of oath type thing?
Well, no, I was just gonna say, like, I know there was an article I saw today that was talking about the whole transgen and being taken off of the mental health thingy. But I didn't get a chance to read it. I just saw the headline, so I don't want to make a comment about it.
Okay.
Where to next?
Blue.
That's my name.
Did you get a chance to see your live action adaptation of your favorite animated film?
I have not. I'm actually going to see it tomorrow. So the students and I are going to go check out the Aladdin live action, which I guess is doing pretty good in the theaters. I know this weekend it did 115 million in the box office.
Something like that. It says here. Oh, going back. Yeah, World Health Organization removes transgender from list of mental disorders.
Yeah, but I don't think it was I don't think it was widely recognized as a mental disorder, but body dysmorphia is, which is what most mental health experts classified it as. So it's kind of weird that they said that.
What's this? They have something about an intersex community. Well, whatever. Moving on. I actually saw Aladdin before the cast.
Today?
Yes, I saw it like literally a couple hours ago.
What's it? You want to talk about it next week? Because I'm going to see it tomorrow. We can talk about it next Wednesday.
We can wait, but it was interesting to see how they stretched a 90-minute movie into like 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever.
I like how Old Ninja talks about it anyway. Every time we do this.
I did not give away anything. I just gave away runtime. runtime doesn't tell you too much.
Well, I've seen the play, like I've seen the Broadway play of Aladdin, and I think that's about 2 hours long.
No shit.
Yes, and they don't stick to like there's certain things that aren't in that are in the play that's not are in the Broadway play that's not in the movie. Like for example, Boo's not in the play, but like they make reference to him in a little bit of way. But then Aladdin has friends. He has friends. He has 3 friends that he works with or he hangs out with. There's some other things that they changed for the Broadway play, but I'm pretty sure because if you read the original Aladdin story, like everything Disney did isn't what happens in the story. Like Aladdin never actually finds Genie. He actually gets a ring that actually grants him the ability to transport, and Jafar actually has the Genie that makes him do all this crazy shit. Yeah, and Aladdin's mom is in it, and like he never ends up with the prince at the end. It's crazy. You gotta check out the original story of Aladdin.
Now, just like the original story of Little Mermaid is totally different.
Oh yeah, all the little stories from Disney are different.
Is all different. I mean,
was it Sleeping Beauty? Like the father had sex with her, and it's the kid who it's Sleeping Beauty has a baby from her biological father. Well, when that baby was trying to like get milk from her titty, he was sucking on her finger, and the baby pulls out the thorn from her finger, which wakes her up.
Interesting.
It's fucking nuts.
And then I guess Little Mermaid dies in her story.
Oh yeah, she turns foam.
It's all bad.
So Blue, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm watching Aladdin at 7.
Oh yes. Okay, your brother was asking what time you're going tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
About 7:30.
Okay.
Moving on. Have y'all seen this trailer for this independent film Loquisha?
No.
Y'all haven't seen this?
Has any of us seen it?
No, the movie's not out yet, but there's a lot of controversy about it.
Okay, if we haven't seen it, then let's not talk about it.
All right, we'll skip it.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about it, but I haven't seen the trailer at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't comment on it.
Okay.
We can talk about the idea of it. Do you know the?
I don't even know that. We'll talk about it next week. I'll watch the
Yeah,
trailer.
we watched it.
All right.
Should we talk about anime since we just came from FanimeCon?
Well, I want to talk about something real quick.
Okay.
Have you seen the Hush trailer for
Yes.
Batman Hush?
Yes, I have.
Oh man, so I read the comic for this one, and this one looks good. It looks fucking badass. So if you don't know who Hush is one of Batman's like rogue of villains, and Hush actually grew up with Batman or with Bruce Wayne, and he saw the lifestyle that Bruce Wayne was having after his parents died, and he wanted the same situation. So this guy actually killed his own fucking parents just so he could have the same kind of life story as Batman or as Bruce Wayne.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, so he cuts his parents fucking breaks basically, and then I can't remember too much what happened because it's been a while since I read it, but Hush is also in the Batman Telltale games, and Hush, I think is he in the Arkham games too?
Yes, he is, and he's like fucking hard to find.
Yeah,
because his murders are like really like hard to. They're not marked on the map.
No,
you have to like kind of run into them, and when you do, anyone that survived says Bruce Wayne did it.
Yeah, so Hush actually has facial reconstruction surgery to look like Bruce Wayne, and so he's out there killing people looking like Bruce Wayne, but he also wears like a bunch of bandages around his face as well. But I think he's one of the few people too who knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman, which is crazy. But yeah, there was a trailer that was released last week, which is fucking dope. But then also we got another trailer or sneak peek of another Batman movie that's coming out. It's Batman and the Ninja Turtles, which looks fucking dope.
I thought that was out
I don't
already.
think so. I think it comes out next month.
Is it digital already?
It might be out digitally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing reviews and people are losing their minds,
dude,
about how good this is.
I saw a preview, and I read the comics for this one as well too. There's a scene they show Batman versus Shredder, and both of them were fucking each other up, and it was fucking dope. But eventually at the end, Batman got the upper hand, but Shredder was doing some crazy ass fucking shit to Batman. Like Batman threw some of his batarangs at him. Shredder fucking sliced them both in half with just a fucking punch. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. And then like at the end, Shredder did some crazy ass fucking foot Ninja Clan shit and summoned up like an Aryuki and fucking sent Batman fucking flying. It was dope. Yeah, guys, definitely check out that trailer. Let me see when the movie comes out. But yeah, that's fucking dope too.
It might be already digitally in like Blu-rays like next month or whatnot.
Is it Batman versus the Ninja Turtles or?
I think it's Batman and the Ninja Turtles. Something weird.
Yeah, it's versus Ninja Turtles.
Is it versus?
Yeah, the one thing I don't like about it though, I don't like the not the animation style, but like
Just the art itself?
yeah, I don't like the Batman suit that they have for this Batman. They kind of went back with it with the giant orange logo on the chest and more of the bluish gray Batman suit versus like your traditional like dark gray and black.
So you're talking about, the
even all black.
old school Batman look.
Yeah.
Is what's his name back? Kevin Conroy back?
No, he's not doing the voice of Batman in this one.
Oh, then it sucks.
It's somebody named Troy Baker.
Oh,
wait, he's a very famous actor.
yeah, I was about to
Voice
say,
actor.
I know. Heard about that,
He's
dude.
pretty good.
I'm trying to see what else he's done.
He's done a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of voices for anime and video games. You think he's been in a bunch of Metal Gear movies?
Oh, he
Might
did
have
the
been.
voice of the guy from Infamous 2, Second Son. He was the main character's voice in that.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
So we want to talk anime?
Yeah, what anime you want to talk about?
Let's see. We were talking about One Punch Man a little bit. Did everyone catch up on it?
No, I'm not watching any of it.
Yeah.
Are you
Season
watching
2
any?
we're talking about.
I've only seen 2 episodes of the season.
Of the current season?
Yeah.
Are you caught up? Are you even watching?
Yeah, I've caught up. I've watched the most
I
current.
heard it wasn't good.
It's definitely different, but I think it's funnier than the first season. It's just weird because the focus of the show has been like all these other characters that we either don't know or we've only seen like a handful of times. But when you do see Saitama, it's just he does some funny shit, but it's usually like way towards the end of the fucking episode, so it's a little too late. I mean, I understand that they're trying to go bigger scope or whatnot, because I've never read the manga, but we'll see. But the first 3 episodes are a little dry, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think on IMDb it's got like a really low score for the second season.
I mean, I know a lot of people there's been articles written about how it's not as good as the first season. I know the animation studio that took over is different. The action scenes are completely different, but so far
it used to be Madhouse, right? I think it was.
I think it was.
Yeah.
But it's just weird. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Since nobody's really caught up, I don't want to give away too much away. I want to wait. I know Stitch is probably caught up. I have no idea about the Oathbreaker, if he's caught up or not.
He stopped watching it.
Oh, well.
He didn't like it.
Actually, it's got pretty decent reviews on.
Yeah, but it's way low. It's
different.
lower than the
First season, yeah.
Yeah, the first season was like all 9s.
Yeah. Well, these are like
Okay.
7, 8s.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. Y'all caught up. Y'all watching.
Yeah, we're past the 48-hour rule, right? Because it dropped on Sunday.
It dropped Sunday.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. God damn.
Ooh.
Fucking hero. Levi is the fucking man. And
Man.
goddamn if the other dude that people didn't like.
Armin?
Yeah, Armin. He died a fucking hero.
I thought he was a girl for like half of season 1.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah, I didn't know what gender he had.
you're talking about it's that blonde kid, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
blonde kid.
That hung out with the 2.
Little short kid.
Yeah. He died a fucking hero.
He did. And he didn't bitch out
No, he
at
didn't.
all.
He did.
He said, I'm gonna take this D and take all these L's, unlike the Oathbreaker.
Yeah,
But still.
he got fucked up. But yeah, this episode was excellent. Basically, it was they had a diversion plan for Levi to get close to the giant monkey fucking Titan.
They call him the Beast Titan, but yeah.
He looks like a fucking
He
monkey.
does look like he looks
Yeah,
like
he
a
looks
giant
like-
gorilla
Yeah,
who's playing baseball with the rest of
fucking
the
wrecking shop.
It's fucking crazy, man.
And Levi goes to fucking town. I was like, he basically went Super Saiyan.
The best part is like that scene is the Beast Titan. He's like fucking having a great time, fucking up the scouts and these little low level recruits and shit. And then when he looks to his right, he's like, hold on, my crew is down. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then there's this like huge puff of smoke and fucking Levi just busts through. He's like, I'm coming for that ass, bitch. And he's like, what? And they do like a mid flashback before he strikes, saying, oh, there's like a soldier we need to watch out for. So yeah, it's kind of Levi. Just one soldier. We got to watch out for one dude. He's quite dangerous. All right, well, we'll be on the lookout. Make sure we have eyes on him. And it's already too late. By the time he sees him, he tries to stop Levi, and Levi just fuck shit.
Hand him his ass.
Dude, Levi's always been a fucking badass on the show. Like a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how like the one guy was like kind of poking his head through the wall, or whatever.
Yeah.
And Levi came up from the sky and fucking stabbed him twice in the fucking neck.
Yes.
As they were fucking falling.
Yeah, that was what was it Reiner? Reiner came through the wall, and like as he's falling, Levi's already on top, sword through body.
And then and I think in the beginning of season 3, there's like when the guys with the guns are chasing after him, and it was like one of his guys was like his old teacher or whatever.
Oh yeah, fucking Kenny.
And the fact, like the scene where he's like maybe an inch or two off the ground, like rappelling, like going through the streets and stuff like that, like just sliding around and going to the bar and shit like that was fucking badass.
That's just
Levi's fucking dope.
It was just fucking crazy. The story with Kenny and Levi, I mean, it was kind of like this B story, but it was like so compelling. I'm like, this is the guy who raised him, who was like his uncle, but like he hated him and like he still cared for him kind of at the same time, but he wasn't too broken that he died, but he paid respect to him.
Yeah.
Which fucked me up a little bit. But to see Levi in action, because I really thought that Levi was going to get fucked up by the Beast Titan, but no. He came with them. He came with swords ready. He just fucked the Beast Titan up. I was like, holy shit.
Like it was easy.
Yeah, like it was nothing. Talking mad shit, too.
One-man wrecking crew.
Fucked him up, tore him out of his fucking Titan.
He could have literally ended it all right then and there.
Yeah, but he wanted to get information.
Yeah.
That's where he fucked up.
That's where, yeah, he hesitated. And then he got outnumbered, but then he's like, I'm going to fuck them up, too.
Yeah,
I was just like,
but they got away.
Still.
But it's all good, because, you know, the way they took down the Colossal Titan.
Oh yeah.
Where Armin sacrificed his life so that Eren could come in and snatch up Reiner.
Yeah, I didn't.
Or
I actually
but not Reiner. What's the other guy's name?
Berthold.
Yeah, some German shit.
Yeah, right. I did not see that coming because, like, in the smoke, I'm like, oh, Eren's still down. I'm like, what's the plan? And then when it clears, it's a crystallized version of him.
I knew he wasn't there.
I was like, well, what the fuck? I thought he was just gonna like bust out and just go ham on him or something. But then, like, when he realized that he wasn't there, I was like, oh shit, Eren's probably not there. And sure enough, you see him as a scout coming in and fucking shit up. And he literally cut all the limbs off of Berthold.
Yeah,
dragged him out. Bitch.
Fucked him up.
So the people I watch it with, who are super anxious, there's a scene where Levi's talking about the serum, and about you can literally bring somebody back with the serum.
Yeah.
So we see in this episode, Erwin, who's leading the charge, he goes down. I guess he gets a rock through the gut or something.
Yeah.
But he goes down. But now we have Armin out too. And Levi knows that with this serum, we could technically bring somebody back.
Well, Levi doesn't know that Armin's down though. So.
Oh yes, he does not know.
Armin.
But when they eventually link up, there's going to be a choice. Do you bring back Erwin or Armin?
You know what's weird though is that there's like exactly one person. I'm sorry, two people that survived on the other side of the wall. It was Levi and then some rando.
Yeah. Actually, he's the guy that was investigating with that other, was it Hans or whatever? But he was kind of a nobody, but he was just like, everyone else got fucked up. And it's funny because he's literally walking through this like corpse wasteland asking who's up.
Yeah.
And as you look, people are ripped apart, just like bits all over the battlefield. Horses all mangled and twisted and shit too. I was like, ain't nobody coming. You barely survived this.
Yeah, the next episode's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. I will tell you. I mentioned it earlier about Naofumi from The Rising of the Shield Hero. Episode 21 is one of the greatest anime episodes of all time. All right, I'm not going to spoil it because it dropped today.
Okay.
And it's the 48-hour rule. But if y'all are not watching The Rising of the Shield Hero, you need to watch it. And episode 21 is just like, god damn, it is so fucking good. You're gonna fucking laugh and you're gonna think it's goddamn amazing.
Well, I'm trying to think of another anime series that had a good episode. I guess the only one I can think of is Goku versus Khalifa and Dragon Ball Super.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of dope.
There's plenty of good anime episodes out there right? that are recent. I mean, shit, even fucking Boruto had a good recent
Oh yeah.
anime episode, which is where Naruto came back to face that basically god guy, him and Sasuke. That shit was amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's an anime history. But this one is right up there with that, with like redemption comes for a character in the show.
Have you seen the Boruto movie yet? The first Boruto movie? The one they had in the theaters?
Yeah. I watched
Okay, yeah.
I watched it in theater.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
right. I think I saw it on day 1, and you think you saw it on day 2.
Yeah. Which is funny because like the episode I'm talking about from Boruto, they have scenes from the movie. Yeah.
Interesting.
To kind of jumping back to the Ninja Turtle versus Batman, the guy who's doing the voice of Batman, Troy Baker, he's also doing the voice of the Joker, which is fucking weird.
Well, very talented.
Yeah, I mean a lot of voice actors do that. They jump around.
Look up,
Yeah, but like for him to do 2 main characters. So, yeah, I'm looking at his roster. He also is the voice of Baki in the Baki the Raptor.
Oh, that's a great anime.
I'm not surprised by that as well. I mean, we talked about Sam Witwer, who's most known for as the apprentice from the Force Unleashed series, but he still works with Lucasfilm, and he voices 2 major characters. He voices Darth Maul as well as the Emperor in like the little in the game, in the multiplayer version, but also in the story, he's the voice of the Emperor.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that one person does that. I mean, a lot of people, if you're watching Tabletop and you know who Matt Mercer is, Matt Mercer's voiced like hundreds of different characters, and sometimes he's multiple characters in one show, and some of them he'll do like main character as well as additional voices like little nobodies. So I'm not surprised at all.
Well, I think it's surprising just because Joker and Bruce Wayne, Batman all have different styles of voices, and for him to be able to pull both of those off, I think it's. I mean, the guy who does Family Guy, I mean, he does like 15 different characters on the show, so it's no surprise there.
And then Dan Harmon, creator of Rick and Morty, he is both Rick and Morty. So,
and also Tara Strong, she's the voice of Harley Quinn,
my God,
Poison Ivy, and a Pizza Girl.
Dude, have you seen Tara Strong?
Oh yeah, I have.
Oh my God, she looks like a Playboy Playmate. She's pretty fucking bad.
Like a geeky one,
I guess. But when I've seen her, she's usually pretty business-like. But she has anime titties. I'm just saying. Don't care if they're fake or not, but I'm just saying she's definitely structured, and she's very attractive. She's pretty in the face.
Very talented too. She does a lot of work.
I hope so. I mean,
She doesn't do panels, right?
Of course she's done panels.
I thought she does go to panels.
Yeah, she's done panels. I know she's been to WonderCon.
I think she's only been like on 2 panels. I heard she doesn't like doing them.
She probably doesn't like doing them, but I know she's done them. So, and obviously Mark Hamill's done panels.
Oh yeah.
I've had a chance to see him and Carrie Fisher at WonderCon. Actually, a couple years ago, actually. RIP Carrie Fisher. So where do you want to go to next?
Are you all caught up on the DC shows? DC Universe?
I am.
Or not DC Universe, but
yes,
the
Arrowverse. Yes. I have seen even though we don't really talk about it because usually the Oathbreaker is always yelling and screaming, but we're like the only 2.
Yeah, I think Stitch probably fell off when watching it.
I mean, Stitch is pretty much loyal to Arrow, which is fine because Arrow had a solid season. But
one season, in my opinion.
What?
He's always breaking promises. Breaking promises.
They all do, and so does Barry. Barry be breaking promises.
Barry's always late too for his speedster. What did you think about the season finale of The Flash?
I do like Reverse Flash, or Eobard Thawne posing as Harrison Wells' Reverse Flash is my favorite villain on The Flash.
Yeah, it's kind of great how they brought him back, but I don't understand how he's still around because I thought he was taken out by the ghost.
I mean, if you read the comics, he always comes around.
He always comes around, and I mean, we watched. Oh, were you with us when we watched the Suicide Squad animated film where he was shot through the head by Thomas Wayne?
Oh, that was in Flashpoint.
Yeah, but he was in Flashpoint. But then the Suicide Squad movie, he was one of the main villains, I guess, of the film, and they're wondering why he kept moving or whatnot, why he was doing what he was doing. It's because he was trying to prevent himself from dying, so he had to keep moving.
Oh, okay.
That way he wouldn't die. Did you not see it?
It sounds familiar. It's the second animated one, right? The Suicide Squad?
Yeah, it was like or it might have been the first one, but it was like, we watched it at WonderCon. I know I watched it with the Oathbreaker, but I don't remember the actual one. That's the one where like a bunch of them die. Like Killer Frost dies.
Yeah.
Deadshot, who is voiced by Christian Slater, he's like the main character. I think Bronze Tiger's in it, and Reverse Flash is like their guy they're trying to stop, and they're like wondering how is he like doing all this stuff and why he's doing it. And if he tells them he got shot by Batman, I'm like, Batman doesn't kill people, and they show who shoots him, and it's Thomas Wayne. And I was like, oh shit! But he'd been alive that whole time. So he managed to stay awake. The only time they were able to defeat him is they had to stop him, and he had to stay stopped for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, and then he would completely die. And I think that's how they beat him. But going back to the finale, I don't mind it. We did see Nora.
Yeah.
She got Thanos snapped.
Got dusted.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people. I guess a lot of people didn't like Nora. They didn't really care. I mean, she did turn it into the Redbone show.
So fuck did.
Oh man, they had so many Redbones on this season. That's what kept me watching.
But like, I think people didn't like her just because like she kept fucking up. Like everything bad happened was mainly because of her. And I mean, the same shit happened with Barry in like season 1 because of shit he would do. Like, or at least when he did like Flashpoint.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean, Flashpoint was all because of him.
Yeah.
Like he turned Diggle's daughter into a son.
Which I don't know how the fuck you do that.
Well, I mean, it's the chances. I mean, shit. Flashpoint, he flipped it up. Instead of him having Sarah, little Sarah, who was alive for like a couple episodes, they have John Jr. So it was all bad. Everyone was pissed at Barry. But Nora was kind of trying to be like her dad. And what I thought was great is that we're introduced to Nora a whole season before she even announces who she was.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people were speculating who she was. They were trying to crack her cipher, like, a whole season beforehand. Everything in the Arrowverse that ended so far had all teased Crisis.
Yes.
Every single one. Crisis on Infinite Earth. Even the Monitor is in every single Arrowverse finale. Even Legends, which was weird because he was like partying with them.
Yeah, he was like fucking sitting there eating popcorn.
Yeah, he was eating popcorn and chilling, like doing the wave or whatever the fuck. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, I like in the Legends how they kind of made fun of how they didn't do like the last crossover, and so they couldn't get Supergirl and Arrow and Flash on their episode.
But then they were complaining at the end. They're like, we should have done the crossover because things are fucking up. And then they showed Vandal Savage, which fucking flipped me out. I was like, holy shit, Vandal Savage is
in hell
playing Jenga.
Yeah.
I was like tripping out about. But I think the most meaningful, I think the best finale out of the Arrowverse this season was Arrow, because there was a lot that they went back and talked about the deal that Oliver made with the Monitor.
Yeah.
And the Monitor came to collect, and he's like, I need you, but in order for you to do this, you're going to die. I've seen you die several times. And they do a flash forward with Felicity in the future, talking about how she's going to try to be with Oliver or however she is. So we're probably never going to see Felicity again because she quit the show.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she quit the show. When they announced that they were going to do one last season, like a day or so later, she said she was quitting. She left. So they gave her room. If she wanted to come back, she can do an episode or two. But she's not going to be featured a whole lot in the next season.
Yeah, I mean, because we also lost Cisco too from the Flash.
Well, we lost Vibe. I don't know if we lost Cisco.
I don't know, because I know he was supposed to be leaving the show.
I heard rumors about that too.
They took his powers.
I didn't see anything official, but he was chilling with his new lady friend, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be a nerd and not have powers no more."
I think Cisco made that show. The guy was just fucking funny with his pop culture reference,
and he had a very deep character arc, especially when they brought in Dante's brother.
Yeah,
that was like, and he was pissed an entire second or third season at Barry because he was like, you can save everybody else, but you can't save my brother.
Yeah,
you did it before, and it only applies to your family. So there's a lot of conflict involved.
And we saw them fight against each other too. Like,
Did we?
it got that extreme.
Yeah, I did get extreme. And then but Cisco didn't quit the team.
No.
Now he's quitting the team for Punani. Mm-hmm. Or he might quit the team for Punani. We'll see.
Yeah, still up in the air.
We don't know. We want to talk about some gaming?
Talk about that, the trailer that was released today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Death Stranding, the trailer got dropped today. A new trailer. It's the launch trailer, or to say when it's going to launch. Apparently, we're going to get this game on November 8th, 2019. So this year, which is kind of crazy because there's other games that are around that same time frame.
Yeah, I think, is it the same day something else released that day? Is it Modern Warfare?
They're fucking over at least one game. I know that.
Yep.
But it's totally fine. It's a Hideo Kojima game, so it looks weird as shit in the trailers, and it looks amazing. Seeing the actors that are voice acting and obviously
There's a lot.
I guess doing mocap. There's a lot of really famous actors that are in that. There's two characters that are actually from James Bond. The most recent one's Mads Mikkelsen and that chick. The chick is from James Bond as well.
Which chick?
You have to watch the trailer. You haven't watched the trailer.
Yeah, I haven't fully watched
Is
the
it,
trailer.
is it a 9-minute trailer?
Yeah.
God
yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good, though. It gives you some insight to the gameplay, finally. Because nobody had an idea about the trailer. It gives you some ideas about the cutscenes, which is what we mainly got before was cutscene stuff.
Is this the actor that from the Rocky movie that was like, "I'll break you"?
No.
That looks like him.
That's the dude from Rogue One.
This looks like him though.
No, he does not look like
Russian.
him. No, he doesn't look like, I forget his fucking name now because he said that.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren, yeah, he looks nothing like Dolph Lundgren.
Dude, Dolph Lundgren's huge.
He was in
He's in Rogue One.
he's in Casino Royale. He's the guy that cries
Yes.
tears.
Oh, he cries blood.
Blood. Cries tears.
Cries tears.
Cries blood. He's the guy that cries blood. He's in a bunch of other movies. He's the guy also that slapped James Bond in the nuts with a fucking.
Oh yeah, with the thing. Yeah.
God damn.
It's a bad scene.
It is a bad scene.
Yeah, but I mean the gameplay looks really cool, interesting. It's got some horror elements in it.
Horrors?
Horror elements
There's
in it.
horrors in the game.
Maybe, I don't know. And babies that can see into a different dimension. It looks like.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, you gotta watch the trailer. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, it's just weird because he swallows the baby at one point or something.
No, he doesn't swallow babies. They're in like an embryonic sac that's carried on them.
It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah,
But I know, in one of E3 trailers, they show a video, and it's it goes inside of his mouth, and you see the baby in the stomach, and all of a sudden it comes out, and it's coming out of it, it's coming out of his mouth. So it's what the fuck's going on there?
But apparently they stay in this this
Amniotic
device.
sac. Yeah.
outside of them. So
An
I don't know.
incubator, basically.
But it's a way for them to see into I'm pretty sure it's a different dimension that can interact with their dimension and fuck them up. Mm-hmm. So it looks really interesting. It looks like the main character is kind of like a courier of some sort.
Yeah, they talk about demons and stuff.
Oh yeah, well that's definitely Hideo Kojima shit. He has a really good rogues gallery of villains in it, right? That's what he's really known for, is having really cool bad guys, like bosses. So this one looks like not letting you down. So he's got one guy with a gold skull face plate on, another guy that has a team of people that can light shit on fire and and he's immune to fire. It looks really interesting. I'm looking forward to getting this game in November. So Hideo Kojima-san can do pretty much no wrong at this point to me. So he's the vast majority, all the games that I've played by him have been amazing and have really pushed the limits of gaming. And the fact that he mixes in cinematography with gaming is excellent. I mean, if you play enough Metal Gear games, you'll see that there's a lot of cinematography stuff that's in there. I think it was Metal Gear Solid 3, where you have to fight the boss, which is a woman. It's one of the coolest. Actually, maybe it's not 3. It's one of the older ones, but you have to fight boss. It's a woman, and you're literally fighting this chick to the death with one of the coolest songs ever. It's like a fucking operatic song. People are singing and shit, and you're trying to kill this chick, and it's great. You're in a field of flowers. It's fucking awesome.
I'm looking at the trailer right now, and this shit looks fucking insane. Like, I'm not sure if these are just cutscenes or actual gameplay, but man, this shit looks fucking dope.
Some of them are cutscenes, some of them are game. But like what you're watching right now is cutscenes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because the first part, there's a fight scene, but it basically didn't look any different than the cutscenes.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, and the fact they have Daryl from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew that from the get-go, but they captured his face very well. Like, this is him. Like, even down to, like, his greasy hair and all that shit.
What the fuck?
His, I wonder if cause wasn't there talk about them doing another, I was seeing that movie with where they played the brothers with the guns?
Boondock Saints.
Yeah, I heard they were making a third one.
Maybe. Oh, you know who's in this game is freaking Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, he is. That's basically himself.
Yeah, he looks like him. I'm just like, wait, what?
Except for that's a crazy scar on his forehead, but yeah.
I was like, what? Yeah, there's a scene he's like in a sewer or some shit underneath, and it's like, I was like, wait, is that Guillermo? And yeah, sure enough, that's him. Oh yeah, so Death Stranding comes out the 8th.
The fuck?
And then on the 15th will be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, but there's something else that comes out around the same time. Where it's like, I think maybe even the same day.
I'm looking at the same day. I don't see much else. I know that Borderlands 3 is in September.
That's enough time.
They're doing. Oh, I forgot. They're redoing Medieval.
Oh, Medieval?
Yeah, they're redoing.
What else? You can't read Medieval.
Yeah, well, it's just, well, there's an I in between, but whatever.
Yeah, this game looks fucking crazy.
What else?
Like, I was just seeing this one scene where he's just like walking through a field and like all these black ghost things fucking run up and drag him into the ground and shit. It's like,
it's
and
creepy
drag his
as fuck.
ass hella far.
It does look creepy. So I'm just like, what? What is going on? Who did this?
This would probably make a crazy ass fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. He needs to make a movie. You know, like once you see the trailer, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But he needs to make a movie.
Is that the girl from what's the name of that movie?
She's in James Bond.
No, I was thinking of that girl from the show with the nerds, Big Bang Theory. The girl who's like their neighbor or whatever.
I don't watch that fucking show. That show is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't watch
None of them are that smart. Get the fuck out of here.
That's so bad.
I'm just saying.
Troy Baker's in this.
Yeah. He's a very famous voice actor.
Just like Phil Lamar, famous voice actor.
But I think Troy Baker is a bigger voice actor than Phil Lamar.
That's interesting.
Look up the credentials, man.
I mean, Phil Lamar's been doing stuff for a minute. He's actually in, I think, in episode 2 of Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of stuff, but as far as like voice acting goes, Troy Baker is like, he's up there. He's up there.
I'm pretty. Let's see.
Fucking crazy.
Because I know that they've both done a shit ton of projects, and Phil Lamar, like, he has an article about working in Hollywood and whatnot, but like still like not being paid a whole lot, but he still does the work. It's just kind of interesting to me, because a lot of people assume when you're working in Hollywood you're automatically going to be a millionaire.
No,
which is not true. I've met people that are like that. They're like, oh, these people must make millions. I'm like, no. I mean, they're doing stuff, but I guess unless you're a household name, you're not making like ridiculous money.
Yeah, I think there's some actors that complain about their pay, but they also don't understand that they're getting paid off of the viewership. Mm-hmm. And so if people are not watching, what you do, that is not the industry's fault. I mean, unless they're just not hiring you, but they're hiring you to do a thing, and if they like your work, they'll follow more of your work, right? And Phil Lamar, he's a good voice actor, and I follow his stuff, but I'm not fucking everybody. You know what I mean? So I think that they kind of place the blame in incorrect places.
Man, they both have retarded resumes. I mean, they both have like pages and pages of work. Yeah. So it's really hard to ascertain who is more when they're both.
I don't think that Troy Baker gets paid significantly more or even that much more than Phil Lamar, to be honest with you. Because
I wouldn't be surprised they get paid the same.
Yeah, voice actors don't get paid a lot of money. I mean, unless you're fucking goddamn, what's the guy's name that plays the Joker?
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, because he was a legit actor before that.
Yeah.
He gets paid a decent amount of money, but I mean, if you're a voice actor, I don't expect you to get paid, more than like a few $100,000 per project.
No. I can't remember. I was listening to somebody, and they were talking about how I think I kind of mentioned it too for myself, how they're kind of tired of having celebrity actors doing voices for work because it kind of takes you away from the work. Was it you? Yeah,
it was me.
Rockstar said that too.
But I think it's because I know back in the day, like celebrities, you wouldn't find a celebrity doing a voiceover work. It was kind of Robert Williams that kind of started that going. And even with Robert Williams, he had a verbal contract with Disney where he was like, hey, I don't want my voice used in any kind of advertisement. I don't even want my name on the work. I just want people to come and see the movies. I don't want them to come see the movie because I'm Robert Williams. He wanted people to see the movie because of the artwork. And Disney kind of fucked them over on that because they put Genie and everything and used his voice here and there. And that's kind of why they had a little falling out between the two of them.
Well, he's in the first sequel to Aladdin, but he's not in the third sequel.
No, he's in the third sequel. He's not in the second one.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one is not him.
Yeah, and it's so fucking crazy because Disney, the guy who did the voice of Genie is the same guy who did the voice of Homer Simpson, and they brought him and they had him do the voice work for the third Aladdin movie, but Robin Williams came back and they just scrapped all that dude's audio and had Robin Williams do everything all over again. So the guy he did the voice work for the entire movie, and Disney just scrapped it and let Robin Williams do his thing.
That's not the first time that shit's happened before.
Won't be the last.
Most famous. Yeah, it won't be the last either. One of the most famous that happened also was in Destiny, where Destiny had Peter Dinklage, and they wiped him out with, another voice actor who's well known. He's actually Nolan North, I believe. Nolan North?
It's also because, listen, Peter Dinklage, he fucked up. So, I played the alpha, the beta, and the game, right? So the alpha and the beta, Peter Dinklage's work was subpar at best. It was bad. It was really bad. And they fixed it, afterwards, but it still wasn't great. Anyway, going back to shit.
You forgot where you were?
About voice actors?
Yeah. About voice actors. It's just you get paid for Oh, sorry. Going back to what you were saying, Blue, which is having famous people voice act. Right? It takes you out of certain things, and I brought it up before with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, because I was asking why do we keep making live-action movies after this movie, because the people that were in the movie, there were voice actors, but there wasn't a voice that I heard where I was like, oh, it's that person, and once you hear of somebody that's voice acting and that's a famous person that plays in movies with other roles, you associate that with them.
Yeah.
And so when you see Robert Downey Jr., when I see him playing as Iron Man, it's I remember him from movies from a long ass fucking time ago, and it's that's Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. He's not fucking Iron Man. But then when you watch Into the Spider-Verse, whoever the voice actor was that played Miles Morales, I don't even fucking know the guy's name. That's Miles Morales for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the black dude from Dope.
Yeah, but he was him.
Yeah.
And I think they're actually better off having people that are not well known playing certain voice acting roles, because it doesn't take away from the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Hope that makes sense.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Even with for example Mulan, how we had Eddie Murphy as the fucking the dragon.
Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy.
That was it. Yeah, it was just Eddie Murphy. I couldn't see some fucking cool ass dragon. It was Eddie Murphy telling jokes.
Well, yeah. And if you think about it too, if you're old enough, you remember Shrek coming out or Mulan coming out. Remember back when that movie first came out, and you're watching the movie, you recognize none of the fucking voices. The movie was great. Then all of a sudden, Mushu comes on the screen, and you're like, that's fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, the only person who you can recognize is Eddie Murphy.
You never thought about, oh, this is a new character that's getting introduced. You just think about, that's fucking Eddie Murphy. And that takes away from your cinematic experience, in my opinion.
I guess it depends on the actor's performance. Because, if you watch, let's say, Monsters vs. Aliens, in that film, Hugh Laurie plays the cockroach. He's a little doctor. I had no idea that was him. because he does a completely different performance than what I'm normally used to seeing him. However, when you hear the blob, it's pretty obvious it's Seth Rogen. But then, like, when Rainn Wilson's on there, Kiefer Sutherland's on there, Paul Rudd is in there, none of them I recognized. And Kiefer Sutherland has a pretty, like, noticeable, like, voice.
Yeah.
But in the film, I couldn't tell that was him.
Well, like, even with, like, Into the Spider-Verse, like, I didn't know the dude from the Star Trek movie was this voice of Peter Parker from that Earth.
Chris Pine.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
But then, like, with Hollywood now, with the voice acting stuff, like, they use the box offer, the actor's name to get people to come to the movies, like, oh, you such and such is this, and blah, blah, is this, and this and that, and this and that.
Yeah, I don't like that with comic book movies, because they're playing a role that's beloved to me, and I'd like to think of, like, that role as just that role. It might be because I'm older, but it's difficult for me to... I have to, like, take a step back. It's like when I watch 3D movies, all right? When I watch 3D movies, I have to literally relax my eyes and, like, just kind of go along with the movie, right? Or when I'm watching it in, like, normal 2D, I can just watch it. But the parallel is when I'm watching a movie with a famous actor in it that's a comic book movie, is that I have to see the person that's famous as fuck and then pretend that they're that person in my mind.
You're talking about live action comic book movie?
Live action, yeah. Not animated. Even animated, there's still famous voice actors where I know their fucking voices. That takes me away from the experience a little bit, because I have to remember, hey, that's that person, but it's way more significant when it comes to live action movies.
The only time I was okay with it, I mean, for me, I'm like, oh, okay, I recognize this person's voice because it sounds like them. But there are times with there'll be performance where you're like, oh, I didn't know who that was. But the one where I knew that person's voice and it didn't really take it away from me was Rosario Dawson.
Oh, yeah, it's Wonder Woman?
No. When she was the Haunted World of El Superbeasto, she plays like this one character and it's clearly her. But she's like this foul-mouthed like stripper, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, so she's also fine as fuck. I'm just saying. I had to put that in there. She's my Canadian girlfriend. But she was also, she narrated Artemis, which is by the same writer as The Martian.
That's weird because that didn't take you out of your audiobook experience knowing that it was her?
I just thought that my Canadian girlfriend was reading me a story.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn.
Fucking probably fell asleep like a baby.
He's all fapping. He's all, oh, man, this is the greatest book ever.
That shit was great.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she's the voice of Wonder Woman in a lot of the Justice League movies.
Yeah, she's done a few.
I didn't know that until, like, I actually was looking it up and saw, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like the...
I know her voice.
I think she's Wonder Woman in the Flashpoint one, isn't she? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. She's done it a few times.
Yeah, she's in almost every one she's been. She also was the voice of Barbara Gordon and Batgirl in the Lego Batman movie.
Yes, that part I knew.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe it at first because it didn't sound like her.
Oh, she's going to be in Zombieland Double Tap.
Hell yeah. We were just watching Zombieland a few hours ago, right before I saw Aladdin.
Looks like Jay and Silent Bob's doing a reboot too.
Of course. Oh, yeah. Where have you been?
Wow.
Well, I follow Kevin Smith on Twitter, and there's a shit ton of people in this film. Like, I know Chris Hemsworth's in it, Rosario Dawson's in it, I guess Jory Lauren Adams came back. There's like a bunch of fucking stars in this film. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I met him a couple of times. Met Jason Mewes a couple of times.
But did he meet you?
Yeah, he did. Because he was like, he introduced himself to me. He's like, yeah, hi, I'm Kevin. I'm like, I know who you are. He was like, well, in case you didn't know. I was like blown away by that.
You Kevin from the House of
Tell
L?
him you're old ninja?
No, this is before I was old ninja.
You were just young ninja?
I was
young
just
ninja?
I was just a ninja at the time.
Just an average, everyday ninja.
Has any of you had a chance to play Dauntless yet?
Maybe.
Wait, how do you know if you have or have not played a game?
Because I was on like the alpha list.
Oh man,
I might have played the game, but I can't fucking remember.
It's way at it. Well, I'm talking about recently. Now it's full launch.
Yeah,
it's across everywhere now.
Yeah.
So it's just I've played it a little bit. I didn't get a chance to twitch it out.
It's like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, but it's like Monster Hunter with Fortnite graphics, but it's nowhere near as hard as Monster Hunter yet.
Is that the same like faction in that one horrible fighting movie, or what's the name of the show? That movie.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you?
It's the one where there's different fractions. There's like Dauntless. There's like the smart people. Then there's like the peacekeepers.
No, it's a monster hunting
What's the
game.
name of that fucking goddamn movie?
I don't know. No, it's a game. I'm talking about the game, bro.
No, but I'm talking about in the movie. They have a factor in that movie, and they're called the Dauntless or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe.
Let me see what the hell that movie is.
Yeah.
It's a horrible movie. There was like a sequel too.
It's not mention worthy, so
It's not. Wait, it's not Skyline, is it? 'Cause
No,
that's a terrible movie.
It's got the girl.
And it has a sequel.
It's got the girl that was in Titanic in it.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, Kate Winslet's in it. Let me see.
Is this some kind of fantasy movie?
No, it's a real fucking. It's based off a goddamn book.
What the fuck? Is there creatures? Is there Fuda?
Nope.
anyway, while Blue looks that up, let's talk about some gaming shit briefly. Actually, maybe not briefly, but PSN Plus lineup has come out for next month, and Borderlands: The Handsome Collection is on that shit. So if you don't have PSN Plus, it's worth it just for that game alone. I think it's 2 or 3 games that you're getting for basically free, sort of. You pay for it, but Borderlands is an excellent game. If you've never played Borderlands, it is awesome. I give it my highest recommendation of all time. It's a 10 out of 10. Pretty much all their games. Oh, except for the one where they're... I forget what it's called.
Bloodborne? Not Bloodborne. Son of a bitch.
I forget what it's called, but it's not a numbered game. That one wasn't that great, but it was still good. It was still better than most games. The funny thing is that I remember Borderlands being in Game Informer back in the day, and the original game was not what you saw today. So originally it was not a cell-shaded game. It was supposed to look realistic, and they changed it halfway through the development cycle.
There's probably hardware limitations.
No. I think that they were just like, it looks cooler this way, which it does. It looks cooler. So Borderlands is a great game. It's a great game if you want to play co-op, because it's you can play four-player co-op throughout the entire fucking game. They have really great characters like Tiny Tina, which is one of my favorite characters of all time. She's the NPC. She's fucking great. And then also one of my favorite not categories, but like type of character to play was the Necromancer, which was a DLC character for Borderlands 2, where you can command this giant deadly mech, and it was badass.
Yeah, it looks like they also have Sonic Mania. Yeah, Mania on
Which,
here
if
too.
you're a Sonic fan, that's cool. But like, Borderlands is way better.
Yeah,
Is it
I'm
just
like,
those two?
yeah. If you're a Sonic fan, well, yeah. There's 2 per month.
No, it's 2 of the main
No,
ones.
it's
There's
Oh
always
yeah,
2.
there's always one. There's always one for the Vita, PS3, and then
There's a few idle or indie games they have on there too.
Oh
that
yeah,
they released
that
with
too.
it.
Some of these indie games might surprise you. I know a lot of people are
yeah.
really into some indie games.
Yeah, I mean, there's some that are good, like Shovel Knight, and what was the one that I was playing a while ago that was like a beetle person. Can't remember the name of the fucking thing. They had like a little fucking knife thing that I can't remember the goddamn name of the game.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
good.
I know there's like Cuphead, which was like a huge like breakout game, and then what was the other one? Limbo, which was
Yeah.
super famous. Obviously,
What's name was on there too? Rocket League was available.
Oh yeah, Rocket League, like
Just still out there destroying it.
yeah, I mean, but Rocket League was huge because it was like a lot of that cross-platform talk was out there, so it was like one of the first games to actually like get some support, I guess. Where Dauntless has full support of cross-platform play, which is weird because like the game is okay so far. Like I haven't delved too deep into it.
You played it?
Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit. I mean, I'm like literally like level 6 or 7.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not that hard to rank up. But I've only fought like the same monster type. They just have different elemental types. I know you can fight a giant owl, which I have not done yet, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. I'm hoping to Twitch more out later next week. We'll see.
So that movie I was talking about earlier, it's called Divergent.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what Tracy.
Yeah.
She said.
He got it.
You got it.
there you go.
Good job.
Guy gets the prize.
We had no idea what the fuck you were
Shout
talking about. I think he mind melded with you.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I totally forgot she's in that movie.
But yeah,
She's in the series. She's in the.
Yeah, she's in both of
Oh
them.
no! She's in the first. Oh, I guess she is in the second one in like flashbacks because she dies in the first one. Spoiler alert.
That movie came out like 40 years ago or some shit. I don't know.
What the fuck? It's been like, no, it was like 2-3 years ago. What'd you say?
On that late freight.
God dang, Blue.
You guys want to answer some of the B's and BTI questions that have been in the group?
Sure.
We can answer some of them, not all of them.
There's a few that are really, really good.
The first one, well, I have two on here that's from our friend Warrior fella in the chat. He asked, in the MCU, Steve Rogers, Captain America has America's ass. Who do you think has America's ass in real life?
Oh.
I'm going to say non-American, Iskra Lawrence.
Oh,
God
shit.
Damn.
She has dual citizenship.
Jesus
Dual
Christ.
citizenship.
Does she? All right. She got dual cheeks, too.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Baby Johnson.
So I'm gonna say I believe she's American. She could be Puerto Rican, but even if she's Puerto Rican, that makes her American.
Yeah, it does.
Vita Guerra. She has ass for days. She's like 5'4". She has fucking massive ass.
I'm gonna give somebody else who's not American, and she's a fan of the podcast. Our homegirl Anita.
What the fuck?
That girl is fucking amazing.
Brazilian superstar Anita.
Yeah, if not her, I would also say Sarah Underwood, because I follow her on Instagram.
Ooh.
And she be doing some photo shoots, boy.
I had a chance. Sarah Underwood came to WonderCon like in 2004 when G4 was still around, and I was there. She is really tiny, but she has this huge, like, all of her body weight is her ass. I was like, damn.
If you guys, if there's one thing to take away from this podcast, do yourself a favor. Look up Sarah Underwood yoga.
Oh my God! Does she do yoga? Does she do yoga naked?
Naked, butt naked, and it's fucking amazing.
Damn.
You can follow along with her if you want, but it's gonna be hard.
I think some people forget she posed naked in Playboy when she was in college.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So some people might have forgot.
She basically posed naked on her Instagram on a daily.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Truth though.
But it's like tasteful nudity though.
Y'all hear about these more nudes have been leaking? Like all kinds of crazy shit.
I'll put that shit. It's creepy.
I mean, one of them was Iggy Azalea who did a photo
creepy.
shoot.
It's creepy. Stop.
GQ is not creepy. It's a magazine where she did a photo shoot.
Magazine. Listen, if people are leaking nudes, it's fucking creepy. Because it's shit that people didn't want to get out, and people are looking at this shit that nobody wanted them to see. It's fucking creepy.
These were potentials that they could have released.
That's not how you framed that shit. So I don't give a fuck. It's creepy, man.
Yeah,
listen,
I mean, it's an invasion of privacy because people are stealing other people's content.
Yeah, it's fucked up. People that they send it to somebody for whatever reason, and somebody leaks it out. It's fucked up, and I don't like talking about it because it's fucked up. I don't like the fappening. I think that shit's fucked up because it's shit that celebrities and normal people did not want to have out there for the public to see, but people taunt it, and you talk about it all the time.
I do. Actually,
I would like us not to talk about that.
But Blue has it bookmarked.
No, I don't.
Thought you did.
All right, next question. This one comes from our one of our friends of the podcast too. This comes from Derek. This is the one he asked me. And the question is, do you think they should start treating the Batman franchise like they do the James Bond franchise, where they can just go through like different stories of Batman and just have different actors doing it, and by them doing that, they don't have to constantly keep killing off his parents? For me, I agree. I thought that was a pretty dope idea because, you know, Batman and James Bond, they're kind of similar as far as like, you know, kicking asses and shit. I think it might work if it's done right.
So even with James Bond, I mean, they're still based on the same stories, right?
Yeah,
they've redone a couple of them too, just with modern actors. But yeah, I mean, you're running into the same. It depends on the time frame, right?
Yeah.
So Spider-Man, which is, you've heard me talk about this all the time on the podcast, is that my main problem with Spider-Man in the movies is that they keep rehashing Spider-Man in the same fucking age, and it's getting really old. Like, I think that they need to progress the character. We keep just going through the same point of Peter Parker's life all the time, and it doesn't help that within the past 15 years, it's been 3 or 4 different actors that have played the same actor or played the same role in basically the same fucking time period.
Yeah.
And it's stupid. So I would like to see, you know, we should have a Batman right when he first started, and a Batman when he's older. I think, you know, Batman Beyond would be an excellent story as well, but they keep telling Batman within the same kind of time of his life, and I think that it's getting kind of old.
I just need more Batman.
I think they should plan on having a Batman and sign someone on for a multi-picture deal, so that way, kind of like what they did with Iron Man, like have someone that's going to commit to Batman and have him show up. I guess the DCEU had that, but there was problems with Ben Affleck in his personal life, so he couldn't continue on. And I think they need to find that someone, sit them down and say, we're going to write this contract out, you need to abide by this, and hopefully that person does. But I mean, honestly,
I'm not buying there was shit wrong with his personal life for Ben Affleck. I think that they were just shit scripts.
Yeah.
And the DCU has been writing shit scripts for a very long time now.
Well, I think they need to commit to a singular person, so that way we're not guessing who's going to...
No, I disagree. They need to commit to better scripts.
Well, no. On top of that, I think they need to get someone who they know can perform and give him a supporting script, and that way that person will have good content for a while.
Yeah, but you're not going to get somebody that's a decent actor to play the role over and over again with scripts that are continually shitty and that don't do well in the box office.
I mean, we had that with Christopher Nolan, but there was only 3 films.
Yeah, but Christopher Nolan, they were good scripts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need that level again, but have it include... I mean, the thing about Nolan's trilogy is it was obviously Batman-centric. What the DCEU is trying to do is introduce their other characters and have, like, their universe be expanded with all these plethora of characters. There's a shit ton of characters that they have that have not gotten their heyday in the box office. And I think using the Trinity, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, with good supporting... We saw something good with Wonder Woman. We could have that again with Batman. We just need to commit. They just need to commit a solid writer and someone that they feel will will perform to that solid writing, and just have them introduce everyone else, so that way, as a unit, we have a very good Justice League.
All right, so let's wrap it up.
All right,
good to go.
All right,
is that how we need to do?
So, Blue, what you got doing this weekend? What are you watching? What are you fapping to? What you got?
So yeah, like I said, tomorrow the Sweetness and I are gonna go check out Latin, and then this Sunday I won concert tickets to go to a local concert out here for the radio station's 194.9, and they have this thing called the Wathmataz, which they have a bunch of different artists that's appearing. But
what is this, like a throwback concert? Is this trap music?
It's pop culture or pop music. So it's like we got Ella Garling or something like that.
Wait,
Not Ella Darling.
What?
Almost did. There are a bunch of people who I don't know. Like there's this one band called like Perfect. I don't fucking know. I'm just going there to drink because it's over at the Shoreline, and the tickets are just general admission. Like they're not even fancy as fucking tickets. So, which I'm like, I want fucking concert tickets. I gotta sit with like the peasants. Like what the fuck? But yeah, so the students and I are going to down on Saturday. I'm going to be editing pictures because last week, I did Fanime, I did a few photo shoots that I need to work on, and then like I mentioned how I was doing a wedding on Sunday. It wasn't really a wedding. My uncle he does like a limo. He's trying to do a limousine service, and he has like a 1943 Chevy Fleetline, like old school fucking car that he's fixed up into like basically a limo. So he had me taking pictures of his car with like the bride in there. So actually, I took some pictures of the bride in too, trying to get a little bit of exposure in that way. But like, I mainly took pictures of his car with the bride and groom in it, which they came out pretty fucking dope. But it was a lot of fun. Made some friends too.
All right. Cronus, what you got going on populating this weekend?
So K-Mac and I, we have a date night on Friday, so it's going to be great. We're spending the night in San Jose. We're going to watch John Wick 3.
Oh shit.
Going to have a nice dinner and stay in a nice hotel. Oh. So that should be cool. Next week, we need to do some work on the shed. We need to fucking finish that shit. So I'll order the drywall, which we just got to finish. I need you guys' help, so get it done. Other than that, I'm riding a motorcycle again.
Nice.
Because I'm going in the office a little bit more now, so I'm taking the motorcycle in. So I might start doing some moto vlogs, maybe, if the setup to do it is reasonable. And I need to buy new leathers, I guess. So, because I'm skinnier than I used to be. Anyway, other than that, nothing other than that. That's all I got.
All right. Me and barbecuing tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, so tomorrow's game one of the NBA Finals, so I'm going to be barbecuing. It's also a friend of mine's birthday, so I'll be hanging out doing that. I'm
You
going
can cook food? You can cook food?
Yeah, actually.
I've never seen you cook anything.
Yeah, cooked some enchiladas last week.
Nice.
Probably going to cook some more tomorrow because I got some orange sauce from La Victoria, which is a very popular spot here in San Jose, so I got their orange sauce. And then, what else am I doing? Oh, I'm seeing Godzilla tomorrow night also.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm seeing Gojira, King of Monsters, this weekend. And I might be going hiking this weekend to Dragon Hill in Milpitas. Apparently it's not that tough, but there's like a lot of like native artifacts that are on the way. So I might check that out this weekend as well. But I'm also going to be gaming. Might do a little bit of retro stuff.
Give out your gamer tag.
Oh, yeah. You can look. Well, just check me out on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BThanBTI. BTHANBTI. We're probably going to be doing some Left 4 Dead and a couple other older games. So just a little retro stuff on there. So, yeah. So, I'm going to be doing that. So, check us out. You just experienced Black and Black Times Infinity Dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out on the interwebs with BThanBTI. That's BTHANBTI or Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. Search on everything that you got. You'll find us. Check out our official website, benhattanproductions.com/BThanBTI. Listen to us anywhere you can listen to a podcast. We'll be there.
Shout out to Rusted Rupees that were at our panel.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, check them out. Podcast, by the way.
There you go.